Carson from Running with the Wolves here with Ben Hartsvigsen of Sarasota High School for a state champion up at Foot Locker South in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Welcome, Ben.
Thank you.
Tomorrow you're racing Foot Locker South championship race, correct?
Correct.
All right, so give me a little insight on what the goals are for tomorrow.
Biggest goal is just PR.
Mm-hmm.
Would be happy with nationals, but
Yeah.
realistically, just a good PR would be great.
All right, so I guess backtracking a little bit, how did you feel about your season this year? You were a little under the radar before the season. No one really expected it.
I was very happy starting out at 15:59, breaking 16 for my first race was great. And then just from there, it was a very sort of structured 2.5 season.
Mm-hmm.
Like I ran very similar times for my first 3 races and then my last 3. With just counties in between, not so hot on that. But no, and 15:37, very happy with that. Paul Stafford beat me there, but I'll take that.
Yeah.
And in general, I've just sort of since freshman year been dropping the times down, so continuing that's great.
Yeah. So how does it feel to be a state champion when no one expected really anything? 4A was wide open this year, and people, I guess, looked to Bryce Bell and Deshae Fernandez as front runners.
It feels great. I knew I could do it going into that race. Just looking at all the results, it was almost frustrating to see no clear leader because I felt like I was dominant in that pack, but then just finally being able to do it was great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get that stress out of there because there are some great runners in 4A.
Yeah. So walk me through that race a little bit. What happened?
So we went out very fast. I was like 4:45, and there were people ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just a pack race for probably the first mile, and then it started to draw out. And then by about the 2K mark, it was just coming down that big straightaway again on Appalachia.
Yeah.
It was just me and Deshae pretty much battling out between the two of us until we hit the wall the last time, and that's when I started to pull ahead.
Yeah. So I guess looking forward to next season for cross and track.
Mm-hmm.
What are the goals for track, I guess, first and foremost?
Mostly want to try to get the mile worked on a little more, try to get the qualifying time for the Golden South Fast Heat, because that was one frustrating thing, was having to run in that secondary race instead of the elite one just because I was a couple seconds behind.
Yeah.
As well as the 2 mile, because now that I've beaten everyone that beat me in the 2 mile at state last year, hopefully get my 2 mile faster and faster.
Yeah, absolutely. And then next cross-country season, any goals, time goals, or I guess placement goals, I guess, would be to repeat. But
repeat, obviously. I'd love to take the state title again. But otherwise, that's far away. Track season will kind of dictate to me where I am.
Yeah.
But time-wise, low 15s would be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So what was it like with Adam Bratmiller 2 years ago, as you were a freshman, correct?
Yeah.
What was it like with a leader like him, to win a state title and then 2 years later to do it? How much impact did that have on this year?
Oh, a ton. He is someone that even at the level I'm at now, I still look up to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was that stud when I was the freshman that was running like 19s.
Yeah.
And so having that example there was great. And knowing that there's a legacy as well. Because even at the regional meet, Sarasota's gone 3 times in the 4A Region 2. But having Adam there was really something that I felt like gave me an advantage because I had seen someone and I knew that the school and our coaching could do it. I just had to put in the work.
Yeah, absolutely. So to any young runners out there that are running, 19s, what advice would you give to them?
As I said, hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Really, the turning point for me was when I dedicated. I was like, okay, if I want to get good at this sport, I got to work for it.
Yeah.
And so you've just got to not ever stop that work if you want to achieve great things.
All right. So last thing we always discuss here on Running with the Wolves, the question is, what does running mean to you outside of maybe the competition?
Right. It's something I was raised with.
Mm-hmm.
My dad did a number of marathons.
Mm-hmm.
And so I tagged along to the Marine Corps, the New York, the Boston. Went to all of those, saw him running.
Yeah.
And it was always, my parents were trying to get me to do basketball or soccer. And that running was the thing that stuck with me.
Yeah.
And just, for me, it's really almost like an addiction.
Yeah.
But it's also just something that clears my head and really gives me a goal and a focus in life.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for coming on, Ben. It's been great having you, and the best luck tomorrow with the race.
Thank you.